What I did was just merely go over their history on the internet, telling their journey along the way and how they broke into VTubing.
That's interesting, Nousagi. So why dig up their personal lives? Why even tempt yourself with this at all? Sensei? The Nousagi stuff happened about a week ago. Well, yeah, it's only been a week. But that's really old news, and no one is talking about it now? But I still want to discuss why it happened, not what had happened. But VTuber viewers, they don't really have the attention span for that kind of stuff. What? What the hell are you talking about, Mina? Get out of here! Why do I even pay you? Before you click off on this video, I'm not here to talk about what had happened to Nousagi. I'm here to try to understand why VTuber adjacent content ends in self-destruction and really define where does a VTuber begin and end. Welcome to the classroom, and I'll be your sensei. First, this is not supposed to be an attack on Nousagi. I just think what happened has some interesting things that we can discuss, and it's not the first time this has happened in the community. If you're not sure what I'm referring to give you the Cliff Notes version, Depressed Nousagi called himself a VTuber historian and liked to cover corporate VTuber accomplishments and tribulation. But the controversy surrounded his Patreon content, which consisted of the former lives of notable VTubers. For this, he was summarily executed and proceeded to remove himself from the community. The historian, now a part of VTuber history. Now, before we continue, the next things are purely opinion. I watched Nousagi's apology, and I think there are some interesting things that he says.
I told their story as gracefully as I could. How they came up on the internet, their struggles, how they overcame it, their highs in life, how they celebrated achievements, their goals, what they wanted in life, how VTubing changed them.
To which I have two questions. The first dives into something much deeper in the VTuber community. What is a VTuber's history and struggles? I didn't get enough head pats today. Mina, get away from the mic. What are you doing? I argue that their history would be the lore and accomplishments of their character. Nobody pulls up the lore about Johnny Silverhand and then correlates that with John Wick. So why do we include the history of a VTuber's past life, some of whom have been other VTubers before they gained massive popularity? When we talk about Amelia Watson's history, are we referring to the cover property Amelia Watson or the human behind the character? Do we include what the human has said or done as a part of what Amelia, the character, has said and done? In the community, members often remind viewers that there is a real person behind the character, to which I agree. We shouldn't treat VTubers as only fictitious characters, similar to how psychotic it would be to harass an actor for playing a villain. But then we would need to treat VTubers as actors playing characters. This runs into a couple issues because VTubers kind of blur this line between a character and a public figure. The VTuber actor and character analogy falls off when we consider they are public figures with real opinions and audiences. If an actor or streamer is accused of controversy or lauded with praise, we can assign this to a real person. For the most part, we do the same with VTubers, but we don't develop the same level of human-to-human association. So in the middle of making this video, I wanted to see if there was actually a term for what I'm referring to, and I found a couple articles that mentioned something similar known as fundamental attribution error. The idea is that people will attribute personality traits of a character onto an actor. The point I'm trying to make in this video, albeit poorly since I wrote the script late one night and VTuber news cycles are faster than light, is that when it comes to VTubing, we do the opposite. We attribute the actor's personality onto the VTuber when the VTuber is a character. In most cases, however, this character is a projection of the actor. I'm trying to dig at whether or not it's valid for us to consider the past actions of VTubers before they assume that character as a part of the current VTuber. Because if you are deep enough into the hole to know about the past lives of VTubers, then you know there are some who have debuted as wholly new personalities. And I am arguing that it should be acceptable because in some sense, VTubers are just characters. And to go and explore these past lives would be to no longer be talking about the history of that VTuber and now the history of the real life person. I believe this is what drives some individuals to learn the past lives of a VTuber. They want to know the human behind the horrible words said or incredible achievement accomplished. But is this really the history of that VTuber? Are we using the term VTuber history loosely to mean the biography of the person behind said character.
I just wanted to tell grander stories that I liked, found inspiring, and wanted to share.
Inspired by whose struggle exactly? If the actor behind Gura undergoes struggle and then talks about that struggle as Gura, then yes, that is the VTuber struggle. But if the actor chooses not to disclose that information, I argue that is not Gura, but instead the person playing the VTuber. It's not Gura's history, but instead her human's biography. But digging up the biography, I feel defeats the whole purpose of why we enjoy VTubers. Don't people choose to be VTubers because they prefer to express themselves as a character? And don't we watch VTubers because we enjoy those characters and their personalities? I feel trying to learn more seems obsessive and no longer part of that VTuber. So why did Depressed Nousagi collect this information on VTubers' past lives and then monetize it in the first place? In the apology, he says it's not about the money and that he wanted to share their stories. But we've just discussed that digging into that info isn't really the VTuber anymore. We can't be sure of why he really did it. If it wasn't for the money, I have to wonder why not make it a public video with disclaimers in the intro or title, unless he wanted to skirt away from legal trouble from the corporations. But I feel putting that information behind a paywall would only make that worse. I have to feel at some level he saw a chance to make something unique to himself, a person in the community with access to personal knowledge for the morbidly curious. I want to get a little personal here and say that smaller VTuber content is hard. VTubing is a small pond when compared to the entirety of online entertainment. So some of the easiest ways to get off the ground in this community is to make videos addressing the larger, more well-known VTubers. I mean, take a look at my best performing TikToks or videos. They all reference larger VTubers. But no person really wants to be known as the person in the shadow of another's achievement. I think that his video essays were unique, but adding the forbidden knowledge would have definitely made him stand out. Another incident I remembered, of course, Nousagi was nowhere near this level. I only mean examples of how other popular creators have tried to monetize themselves after building a sizable community, was of a certain Hololive clipper that stole art and made low-effort clips, then later monetized some of their, quote, work. I don't think Nousagi did do it for the money, but I can also imagine a subconscious desire to stand out and drive some more flow towards a spicier side of his content. I think what Nousagi tried to do before the paywalling and the doxing was admirable. He filled a niche in the community, and it's unfortunate that he was driven to pursue something that is openly taboo in the community. But what happened does bring up good questions about where do VTubers start and end. The personal problems and lives of VTubers are their own business. Yet we sometimes make exceptions when those personal issues are morally egregious. Until we can decide if VTubers should encompass their whole past, this desire to tear down the VTuber mask and learn the forbidden knowledge will always exist. Thank you for watching the whole video. If you're new and you like to support this kind of VTuber essay content, please like and subscribe. And check me out on Twitch. Also, if you want to learn more about independent VTubers, check out this video essay that I did about 3 VTubers you may not know about. Thank you for attending class today.